the thought of it makes you feel tired, I am told it is a very good female tract on living and not bossy at all. I myself have ordered several copies on the internet. They are stacked like intellectual trophies next to my bed with all the other books that I should read and don't because I'm too busy being TATT, tired all the time. Or more likely, leaning in, checking my Instagram feed. By the way, it was a millennial who invented Instagram, Kevin Systrom. He was 26 years old. It is not just irony that has distinguished us, but our liberalism. Britain today is a very different place to the country we inherited 25 years ago. Yes, many people have grumbled about political correctness along the way, but the facts are we currently have a female Prime Minister and female leaders of the Scottish National Party, Plaid Cymru, the Green Party, and the Democratic Unionist Party in Northern Ireland. The US voted a black president into the White House and narrowly missed voting in a woman. Senior political party members, heads of business and church are now openly gay. Race, sexuality, and gender politics have come a long way thanks to us. We have also placed a much higher value on emotional intelligence and happiness. Everyone you know might be retraining as a psychotherapist, but that has given us the tools to be better behaved to our loved ones, to know ourselves a little more. We have advanced the idea that looking after ourselves extends not just to the emotional, but the physical too. Okay, so dancing all night wasn't quite the fitness training we wanted it to be, but we all do triathlons, bike rides, and boot camps now. We try and eat 5 portions of fruit and vegetables a day. We know sugar is bad. We check our breasts for lumps, and men even know where their prostate is, if they haven't actually found it yet. We were the first to make food a mainstream cultural art form, to democratise fashion, to insist on a soundtrack, to recraft our living spaces, to search meaningfully for spirituality outside the confines of the church, to fuel the proliferation of art, television, restaurants, and nightclubs. Our love of rave went on to inspire the hip hotel trend of dressing every lobby like a chill-out room, while our love of travelling has fueled a truly globalised culture in food, fashion, and design. Our social fixes are charities like Comic Relief, Greenpeace, Amnesty International, War Child, SmartWorks, organisations that actively seek to redress the inequalities in the world. This is what we care about the most. Fired by youth and entitlement, in its early years of power, Generation X set out to create a world that did not judge you for your colour, your nationality, who you fancied, or what sex you were. It is your values, your ideas, and your thoughts that distinguish you instead. And now, that world is beginning to look a little shaky. The year 2016 brought democratic earthquakes in the shape of Brexit and Trump that look like they may be undermining much of the progress we made and fought to achieve. And we are no longer young. We are more or less in our 40s, and being in your 40s certainly makes you look in the mirror and reflect. So this seems a timely moment for something of a calibration. Where have we come from? Good times. And where are we going? Uncertain ones. It's hard to have a moment in front of the mirror these days that doesn't feel tinged with nostalgia. For instance, it is rare you go, "Look, wrinkles, what fabulous proof that I'm so wise from experience and laughing so hard." Mostly it's, "Wrinkles, you bastards, why is the Protect and Perfect not working?" And then you reach for another green juice. The rebellion we felt in our adolescence and early youth is still there, but what are we going to do with it now? Have we really shaped society in the way we all wanted? And now we are in positions of power, how are we going to lay things down for ourselves and our children in the future? Are we riven by midlife crisis, or are we in fact only just coming of age? Excitingly, our best could be yet to come. As the designer Alice Temperley puts it, I've got to the point where I feel I've grown up, where I realise what's wrong and what's right and what's important in life. I've worked hard to get to this point, and now I feel poised to take it to the next stage. Danny Goffey, the musician once of Supergrass and now Van Goghey, sample song Trials of the Modern Man, points out it was not Coupland who coined the term Generation X, but Billy Idol, the musician from Middlesex who used the name for his punk band in the 70s. Idol had sourced the title from one of his mother's books, a study by 2 English journalists on mod subculture in the 60s. The interviews detailed a culture of promiscuous and anti-establishment youth, something Coupland saw as characterising the kids he was describing in his novel. Generation X